guys, I'm basically going to teach you how to do that, your Ollie. All it is you popping the board here, sliding your foot up like that, and even it out, and you're in the air. That is an Ollie. But before I teach you how to do it, there's a few things you need to know. Number one, you get comfortable with riding your board. Number two, you can at least ride up small curves. I'm going to tell you the feet positioning. I'm using my hands, but I put them in my shoes. So basically what you want, when you foot in a nice comfortable spot below the bolts, because on the bolts it's just a lot harder because you have less slide up time. But I like to preferably keep mine around here, around there, because there's plenty of time to slide up, and also it just feels more comfortable for me. And also for the back foot, you can either place it here or here. If you place it half like this, you'll get more pop to your board than like this. But if you're learning how to Ollie, I recommend like just keeping it like this, not halfway on. So what you would need to do, so basically right, for the Ollie, all you have to do is, as hard as you can, slap it down like that. And right after that you want to jump, and with this foot you want to roll your ankle upwards like that. Okay, from the place you put your foot you want to roll your ankle upwards onto there and back down. All in the same motion from popping, jumping and sliding. And when you want to get up to here, you just want to flatten it out. So like press down a little bit, not too hard to the point you'll force yourself down, because you don't want that. You want a nice high Ollie. So you need to pop, slide, and like that, all in one motion. Remember to jump. So pop, jump, slide, down like that. Not too hard, of course, because then the board will just go. We don't want that. And obviously the good way to practice timing is what I like to do. Is I like to, you know, if you know how to pop it, you just can't slide your foot up. What I would do is like this, and with the foot I place it here and slide it like this, over and over again. Like in the video I made with me practicing my Ollies, right? And obviously you may do a small one, but you realise you're turning a little bit like that. You know, you're turning to the side and falling off. What you're doing there is you're keeping your shoulders too loose, to the point when you Ollie, you would turn to the side. What you want to do, you want nice tight. You want tight shoulders, right? Locked in, so they're just straight. So when you Ollie, you would go something like, you would just stay completely straight. Obviously, if you're going to practice on grass, it's going to be a lot harder because it's softer, and that would just naturally make it harder because there'll be less pop to it. I personally recommend going to concrete and putting your wheels in like a crack, or you can use skate stops. It's not skate stops, what they called? The wheel things. I'll just show a picture on the video, because I can't remember what they're called right now. So what you want to do when you're learning how to slide your foot up or the pump, when I say you have to go like this, I recommend doing it for around 5 to 10 minutes, practicing rolling your ankle up like that and down, so you can get used to it. You know, the timing. If you want to push it to another level after you've rolled your foot up the board, like for 5 minutes or 10, however long you want to do it, I would do that, like that. So you have a basic understanding on the timing of the board. Down, slide, and down like that. Like a real Ollie, just without, jumping or pressing really hard, you know what I mean? You just want to press, slide, down like that. See how my ankle, or my foot, it rolls like that. And once you make it to around the top part here, you want to just flatten your foot out and push it down like that. And eventually you should be able to get an Ollie. I can't do it on grass because, you know, grass is grass, so I can't get any pop on it. So yeah, and obviously if you want to get higher Ollies, I've already said, you want to keep your foot halfway on there. And always remember, don't let your toes like go over the board. So they do it makes it a lot harder and less of a pop. So you want higher Ollies, you know, foot halfway on the board, right there. Quite nice. You probably won't be able to see it from the camera angle. No, you do. It's the same thing, where instead you would have to probably jump higher with the pop, because the pop is going to be very. So if you want to get higher Ollies, like I said, board, you know, your toes has to be halfway on the thingy, what's it called? The tail right here. So it wants to be like halfway, like I've shown you. And they obviously give you more pop. And if you do want to go higher, obviously you will have to jump higher and slide your foot up, which is going to be a little bit harder for beginners and stuff like that. And if you want to learn how to do a moving ollie, it's the exact same, but when you do it, you want to lean a little bit forward to like accommodate with the speed and stuff. This is just flat ground, so all you have to do is stand still because you're not moving. But with the moving one, you're moving, you're going forward or backwards. Either way, you still have to, you know, move the speed so you won't fall back and then die. So the ollie, so yeah. And that's basically how you ollie. Remember to like and subscribe. Goodbye guys.